Hello. Here is your Chester County news break for February 5, 2019. For the complete articles and stories, please visit MyChesCo.com. Man shot after pointing realistic-looking BB gun at state trooper in West Nottingham. The Chester County District Attorney's Office and the Pennsylvania State Police announced that there was a trooper-involved shooting in West Nottingham, Pennsylvania, shortly after 1 a.m. on February 1, 2019. After the suspect fled in a high-speed car chase, the suspect got out of his vehicle and pointed a gun at troopers. Two troopers then discharged their weapons. The suspect was struck multiple times and is in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Based on a preliminary investigation, the following facts have been established. At 1 a.m., the Pennsylvania State Police observed a white van with a non-functioning rear brake light. The owner of the vehicle had an open criminal warrant. A PSP patrol vehicle executed a traffic stop in the area of 3rd Street, Oxford Borough. The driver and sole occupant of the van were identified as Jeremy Oatman, a 42-year-old white male from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. During the midst of the traffic stop, Oatman fled the scene in his vehicle when two troopers were at the side of his van. Oatman fled in the van at a high rate of speed, pursued by the troopers. During the pursuit, Oatman pointed a pistol at the troopers. The van eventually struck an embankment at a CVS in West Nottingham, Chester County, Pennsylvania. Oatman jumped out of the van and pointed a pistol at the troopers. Two troopers discharged their firearms, striking Oatman multiple times. The troopers took Oatman into custody and rendered medical treatment to him. The troopers recovered Oatman's gun, which turned out to be a very realistic-looking BB gun. Oatman was transported via ambulance to a nearby hospital, where he is in non-life-threatening condition and is being treated for his injuries. Oatman has been charged with aggravated assault, simple assault, fleeing and eluding, and other related charges. Pursuant to the Chester County District Attorney's Office protocol, the Chester County Detectives, the investigative arm of the District Attorney's Office, will be the independent agency who will review this officer-involved shooting. The Chester County Detectives will work with the Pennsylvania State Police on this matter. The Chester County District Attorney will then make a decision regarding whether the shooting was justified. All of this information is preliminary, pending a full review of all available evidence. At the conclusion of the investigation, the District Attorney's Office will provide written findings. Dinniman announces $5.7 million for transportation projects. State Senator Andy Dinniman announced that 5 transportation projects in Chester County will receive $5.7 million in total state grant funding. The projects, which are funded through PennDOT's Multimodal Transportation Fund, are as follows. $1.8 million for the Chester County Airport to extend the existing terminal building that was constructed in 1993, which will allow for the addition of a public terminal and new fixed base operator space and expansion of the parking and access way. $204,284 to the Chester County Conference and Visitors Bureau to replace existing wayfinding road signage throughout Chester County, including fabrication, installation, and inspection of newly designed signs. $2.6 million for East Coventry Township to signalize the Route 724/Peterman Road intersection, add left turn lanes on all approaches, restrict left turns from Old Schuylkill Road to the Route 724 intersection, and install sidewalks along the east side of Peterman Road from Route 724 to Old Schuylkill Road and along Old Schuylkill Road to Speece Road. $1 million for East Fallowfield Township for repairs to Mortonville Road, including embankment stabilization, drainage improvements, and roadway reconstruction. $100,000 for Honeybrook Borough for pedestrian improvements to Chestnut Street, including rehabilitation and reconstruction of sidewalks and curbs to ADA standards with street paving. The work will also direct stormwater toward existing inlets. The Chester County projects were part of 50 highway, bridge, transit, aviation, and bike and pedestrian projects in 23 counties selected for $44.5 million in total funding. Triumph Group announces the sale of Fabrications business to Arlington Capital Partners, Advancing Transformation Plan. Triumph Group Incorporated recently announced a definitive agreement to sell Triumph Fabrications to Arlington Capital Partners. The operations included in the agreement are in Fort Worth, Texas, Hot Springs, Arkansas, Phoenix, Arizona, San Diego, California, and Shelbyville, Indiana. Triumph Fabrications consists of 4 independent companies, which operate in 5 locations throughout the U.S. These sites encompass more than 1 million square feet of factory space dedicated to the aerospace industry by supporting complex sheet metal components and assemblies for fixed-wing and rotorcraft platforms. The businesses offer forming, assembly and special processing solutions such as stretch, hydro, titanium hot, superplastic forming, bonding, bulge and drop hammer forming, as well as chemical milling, welding, auto riveting, titanium sol gel, anodizing and other coating processes. Combined, the businesses generated revenues of approximately $150 million during Triumph Group's fiscal year ended March 31, 2018. Since 2016, Triumph has divested 10 non-core businesses, including this announcement, as part of its transformation efforts to delever the company, enhance margins and position the company for long-term success. Lawrence appointed to House Appropriations Committee. House Republican leaders have named Representative John Lawrence to the House Appropriations Committee, providing him a key seat at the table in state budget hearings, which are set to begin next week at the state capitol. Budget hearings with various state departments, agencies and other stakeholders will begin at 10 a.m., Monday, February 11th, and are scheduled to conclude on March 6th. The complete schedule can be found at www.pahousegop.com, where the public can also watch the hearings. In the new, 2-year legislative session, Lawrence has also been named Deputy Whip, a crucial position on the House floor when important votes are being taken and consensus is uncertain. In this leadership role, Lawrence will use his knowledge and influence to help gain a consensus among his peers. In addition to these assignments, Lawrence has been named to the House Professional Licensure Committee, which addresses legislation concerning professional and occupational licensing boards, and related regulations put forth by the Department of State. He has also been reappointed to Agriculture and Rural Affairs, Transportation, and Rules Committees. Frank A. Bozich named President and CEO of Trinseo. Trinseo, a global materials company and manufacturer of plastics, latex binders and synthetic rubber, announced that Frank A. Bozich has been named President and CEO, effective March 4, 2019. He replaces Christopher D. Pappas, who recently announced his plans to retire following his tenure as President and CEO of Trinseo since 2010. Pappas will transition to the role of Special Advisor to the CEO effective March 4, in support of a smooth transition. Bozich was most recently President and CEO of SI Group, a global specialty chemical company, from 2013 to 2019. SI Group is headquartered in Schenectady, New York, and operates more than 30 manufacturing facilities on 5 continents, with more than $2 billion in annual sales and more than 3,000 employees worldwide. Bozich holds a bachelor's degree in chemistry and a master's degree in business administration from the University of Chicago, as well as a master's degree in chemistry from the University of Illinois. He will be based at Trinseo's Global Operations Center in Berwyn, Pennsylvania. Lincoln appoints new Director of Public Safety. Seasoned law enforcement professional and HBCU graduate Mark R. Partee has been appointed Director of Lincoln University's Department of Public Safety, effective February 1. Throughout his career, Partee has sought to bridge the gap between academic instruction and practical application in the field of criminal justice in higher education and law enforcement environments. Partee is a 22-year veteran of the Baltimore Police Department. During his time with the BPD, Partee moved quickly through the ranks, achieving the rank of major and commanding a number of highly productive units. Partee most recently commanded BPD's Education and Training Division, overseeing the implementation of training for the federal consent decree entered into by the City of Baltimore and Department of Justice. Since 2014, Partee has applied his education and law enforcement background in his teachings at Stevenson University in Pikesville, Maryland, where as an adjunct professor, he developed and taught criminal justice courses covering implicit and explicit bias, multiculturalism, and criminal profiling, among others. In anticipation of his tenure at Lincoln University, Partee has tasked himself with developing a model for interaction between tomorrow's leaders and law enforcement. Triumph selected to supply critical systems for TX Trainer. Triumph Group Incorporated announced that it will provide airframe-mounted accessory drives and hydraulic systems to Saab for the Boeing TX Advanced Pilot Training Jet. Saab, Boeing's partner for the TX program, responsible for the aft fuselage and the associated subsystems, named Triumph as the supplier to design, develop, manufacture, and provide aftermarket support for the AMAD and hydraulic systems. The announcement follows the selection of Boeing TX as the new U.S. Air Force Advanced Pilot Training System, replacing the fleet of the aging T-38 aircraft. Triumph Integrated Systems Geared Solutions Operating Company will provide the AMADs, which features the company's aircraft accessory gearbox product line. Its Actuation and Control Operating Company will provide subcomponents for the hydraulic systems used on the aircraft. Triumph Actuation and Control has partnered with Saab for many years, supplying similar hydraulic equipment for other aircraft programs. Triumph Group Incorporated, headquartered in Berwyn, Pennsylvania, designs, engineers, manufactures, repairs and overhauls a broad portfolio of aerospace and defense systems, components and structures. The company serves the global aviation industry, including original equipment manufacturers and the full spectrum of military and commercial aircraft operators. MyChesCo.com is your link between Chester County businesses, communities, charities, and everyday life. We're dedicated to giving you the very best online community experience, with a special focus on networking, area events, and local career opportunities. If you would like to become part of the MyChesCo.com community, you can register for free on our website or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. To stay up to date with our latest Chester County videos, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button. Please, enjoy the rest of your day.